Diego. Hey friends, what's going on San Diego? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Claire McKee and this is Real Talk San Diego, specifically San Diego Market Movers. And as always, we're bringing you the business of life in America's finest city. The show is presented by our partners at 5 Star Escrow and Stewart Title. And joining me today is Anna Thomas. She's a realtor with the 258 Exceptional Estates, which is powered by Big Block Realty. Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hi, good. Thank you so much for having me.
Are you ready to have some fun today?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
Super ready.
Let's do it. So first rite of passage when you come on the show is that I ask you share a fun fact about yourself. So what's your fun fact for us?
So I am from Barcelona, and I love Barcelona. I also love San Diego, though. And I speak 3 languages. Speak Catalan, I speak Spanish, and I speak English. I speak also Catalan because Barcelona comes from a region that is called Catalunya, and there's 2 co-official languages there, the Spanish and the Catalan.
So when you were going to school as a child, you weren't learning 1 language, you had to learn 2 because those are both official languages there.
Correct, yeah. Some subjects would be in Spanish, some others in Catalan. And then with my family, I speak Catalan, but with some friends, it's funny because you're with a group of friends and some of them, you start talking in Spanish, but then the other friend, you're used to speaking in Catalan, so you do Spanish and Catalan, and everybody thinks that's normal.
Wow, what do you call that? Like we call it Spanglish here if you're talking like half Spanish, half English. Do you have a name when you blend the 2 of them?
No? We could make up Cat Spanglish, I don't know, something like that.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried.
So because you're from Barcelona, and I've never been there, and I'm sure a lot of our audience has never been there either, what are some things that people may not already know about Barcelona that you could share?
So Barcelona is a very, very attractive city. It's worldwide known for its modernism, its architecture, its gastronomy, the tourism, and we have the best architects is Antoni Gaudí, and he's made monuments such as La Sagrada Familia, La Casa Batlló, and it's a very good city. Everybody loves that city.
Yeah. So if we're going to travel there, what are a couple must-dos or must-sees, or is there a food we should eat while we're there?
So definitely would have them walk around a neighborhood called La Eixample. That's where the Casa Batlló is, and then I would have them go to the Gothic neighborhood and El Borne.
Cool.
They're beautiful to see, the streets, the Gothic cathedral, and I'd have them definitely see the Sagrada Familia. It's an amazing monument.
Wow, okay, so we got to check out the monuments while we're there.
Yeah, definitely the architecture. Yeah.
And you also shared that there's a lot of really great food and wine in Barcelona as well.
Yeah, we have the cava. Cava is like the champagne, but cava comes from Catalunya and champagnes come from France.
Oh, okay.
And we have really good wine. And we also have a very popular dish that it's bread with tomato. And then what it is a piece of bread. It has to be very good bread though. And then you just cut a tomato, you spread the tomato juice on the bread, and then you put olive oil. You toast the bread too, and then it's just simple, but it's amazing. And then you can have some manchego cheese with it, jamón serrano, and
it sounds kind of like bruschetta. Have you had that?
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah,
it sounds similar.
It's very unique. I have it here in San Diego. I make it for my friends when they come to my house, and they're always waiting for it with the Spanish omelette, of course.
With a Spanish omelet, is that like a signature dish?
Yes, it is too.
I love it.
Yes, it is too. It's good. Everybody loves Spanish omelette. It goes really well with bread too.
You had me at bread, girl. That was it. Okay, awesome. So we are just getting started, but if you like what you see, please click follow on our live feed so you can be notified every time we go live. And the best thing about being live on Facebook with you is that we get to interact with you, our audience. So if you have some questions for Anna about her real estate business or just want to say hello, we would love to hear from you. So go ahead and don't be shy. Drop us a comment below. So Anna, you are a realtor. Your brand is the 258 Exceptional Estates, and that's powered by Big Block Realty. But you have a really cool story about your journey into real estate. So start out by telling us a little bit about your background and how you ended up here in the States.
Thanks. So I was born and raised in Barcelona, and I studied a law degree over there, and I did a couple master's degree. One of the masters was in real estate law. Then I worked for a couple of law firms doing corporate and real estate law. And then when I moved to San Diego 13 years ago, I first started doing some legal document assistant work and decided to complement my background by becoming a real estate agent.
Amazing. So was there like a light bulb that went off and you said, I can do this, like I'm going to become an agent, or did somebody advise that you get into it? How did you end up here?
So I had a mentor that kind of pushed me. I already had a passion for real estate ever since I did my master's degree in real estate in Barcelona, and I was practicing real estate law. And then here I just had a little push, and I decided to go for it.
And the rest is history.
Exactly, yeah.
So how do you think those experiences with the legal side of real estate ultimately help your clients today and the sales side of real estate?
So my clients really appreciate the fact that I have a legal background. So I think that helps with the clients feeling confident, and when we're talking about contracts, about terms and conditions and all that, they really feel feel confident that I am helping them with all the negotiations and everything. So that obviously has been a big help.
Yeah, and pitfalls to avoid, you know, things not to do. I'm sure that's a big deal when it comes to reading and understanding contracts and all sorts of different layers to a real estate transaction. So, but tell us about your specialty or your niche in the market.
So my specialty is helping clients obviously in Spanish, in English, and in Catalan with trust and probate needs, real estate needs.
Okay.
That's my niche.
And for someone who may not know what that means, explain the trust probate process and how you ultimately end up selling real estate through that transaction.
So there's a people may or may not have a living trust. If they have a living trust, when someone is deceased, there's a successor trustee that will be the one in charge of distributing the assets to the heirs. So in this situation, that's how I get a client, because I'm involved in helping them create the living trusts. When there's a trust administration and there's a need to sell, then the successor trustee will be in contact with me, and then I'll help them with the real estate part. And then when it comes to probate is different. In probate you have probate court. Probate cases happen when you don't have a living trust.
No one wants to go to probate.
No one wants. Everybody wants to avoid probate. So get a living trust. Get a living trust. Very important. But if you go to probate is a legal process by which a deceased person's assets go from him to the state, and from the state they get sold if they have to be sold, or they go to the heirs. And I help clients that have a probate sale. They have to sell a property. I help them with that as well.
So do you have a really great relationship, I would assume, with a lot of probate and trust and estate planning attorneys here in San Diego?
Yes. Most of my clients come through referrals through estate planning and family law attorneys.
And I can imagine that makes them feel really comfortable if they're referring you to their clients, because they know that you have an understanding of the law and the process and what is going on extremely comprehensively, right?
Correct, yeah. They like a lot the fact that I have a legal background and also that I'm trilingual. They like that because a lot of their clients speak Spanish, and they definitely love the fact that they can work with someone that speaks Spanish. They feel more close, same culture, they just feel more comfortable.
No doubt, especially in San Diego, right?
Correct,
we're a border town. So I want to talk a little bit more about you and your amazing accomplishments, because we got to give you a little credit here. In 2017 and 2018, you were in the top 5% of realtors in San Diego, is that right?
Yes.
That is so amazing. Congratulations on that designation. And then also you were a top producer at Big Block, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what do you attribute that success to? If somebody's out there and they're like, I want to be Anna Thomas, I want to kill it in real estate, what does that look like? What do you attribute that to?
So just a lot of hard work, always answer the phone, and just make every single client feel like that's the only client that you have. You want to make them feel special, make them feel understood. I always take the time to get to know my client. I want to see who you are, what do you like, how do you like to best communicate, do you like me to call you, or do you prefer me to just text you, when is a good time? I just take my time with my clients, and a lot of my clients are in a complicated situation through because they just lost a loved one.
Yeah.
So they're going through a lot of emotions, and I just want them to feel that it's not all about business with me. It's just about sitting down and holding hands and being with them through the process, and then just knowing that they're first.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we have a similar philosophy here, right? Like business is personal. And so that's why we start out all of our shows with the fun information about you and who you are and really allowing people to connect with you and get to know you. And it sounds like you do the exact same thing with your clients.
Thanks.
That's amazing. So I hinted, or I heard there a little bit that you mentioned that psychology is almost like your side job in this business, right?
Yes.
Because it is an extremely emotional time for people. Kind of explain how you play psychologist, if you will, in your business with your clients.
So just by knowing when to just listen to them, when you have to talk, when you don't have to talk. Sometimes there might be some disputes with family members, so just play diplomacy with them.
Good point.
And just you have to just be very awake and then just kind of know when you have to step up, when not. And yeah.
It's sensitive.
Very sensitive, yeah.
So don't forget, we are live, so if you have questions for Anna, don't be shy, comment them below. We'd love to hear from you. Anna, what do you think makes you unique or stand out from your competition here in San Diego?
So first of all, my culture, my Catalan culture. Also the fact that I'm trilingual and my legal background. I think all these things make me unique. And also what I said, how I like to treat my clients, the psychology that I have with them, and how I like them to feel that they are special and that they are understood.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anyone wants to feel that way, right? So I want to go over a couple common questions that you hear a lot in your business, because it's likely that some of you out there watching have these same questions. So what is your strategy for selling a home the quickest and at the highest price? I bet every seller asks you that question, huh?
Yeah, that's a common one. And when I talk with them, every client and every home is a different situation. So I usually adjust my strategy depending on the client's needs and the home. So pretty much that. I mean, I don't have a set strategy. I just use psychology again to know, according to the personality of the client and according to the home location and everything, how am I gonna best promote this home.
And it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
So I assume that you start out the process when someone wants to work with you with some sort of consultation on the front end?
Yes, I just have a consultation, and it's always good because the fact that I have a strong accent, thick accent, makes them right away ask me where I'm from if I don't tell them right away. And that kind of breaks the ice when we're starting off, so they don't feel it's all about business. It's like they're asking me, oh, where are you from? So I say, oh, I'm from Barcelona. Oh, I've been in Barcelona. A lot of people have been there.
Cool.
So that just kind of breaks the ice and makes everything be more smooth when it comes to the appointment too.
Yeah, you get to know them, they get to know you.
Yeah.
And here we go. So another common question you mentioned you get are, what are my options? Like, say I inherited this property and it needs work. Do I just sell it as is? Should I put the work in? Should I keep it? Do you help walk people through that process?
Yeah, so I tell them that I am a la carte, meaning like they have the options, and whatever option they choose, I'll go with it. But here are the options that I give them, or that I think that they have. When it comes to inheriting a home, usually the homes are not updated. They're outdated. So the first option would be to just get a cash buyer, quick. It's gonna be a no-brainer. It's easy. Like they're not gonna ask for a credits back or a termite clearance, or the roof needs to be repaired. It's just a clean deal. But usually that you're getting a discounted price on the property because they're not requesting for anything.
Typically an investor, right?
Yeah. So that's one option they have. Another option they have is just put it on the market, and you may get an end user, a buyer that wants to put the money and then just remodel it themselves, and they're going to pay a little bit more.
Okay.
And that's the second option. Another option would be, okay, I just want to sell it top dollar. I want to sell it top dollar. Okay, in that case, but I don't want to put the money.
Uh-oh.
So
now
in that
what?
case, there's another program where there's a company that does all the renovating, all the work and everything, and then they put the house on the market, and when it gets sold, through escrow, you deduct the money that the company had put to remodel the home.
Yeah.
So they don't have to put anything up front, and sometimes this program makes sense because they will make a lot more money
Yeah.
by remodeling and selling it top dollar.
That's a great program.
So those are the options I offer them, and then they can decide. I just tell them, you know, some clients really want to sell quick, and then a cash buyer is perfect. Some others really want to see how the house from a grandma gets remodeled and how beautiful it is, and then they sell it, and they make good money too.
Do you ever have people keep it and rent it out for some
People do, yeah. But if you're using this kind of problem, you're committing into selling. So if you're using a problem where it gets remodeled, the goal is to sell it.
Sure.
So
Makes sense.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we're here with Anna Thomas. She's a realtor with the 258 Exceptional Estates, powered by Big Block Realty. And you can find her at the258.com. That's the258.com. So Anna, I want to find out a little bit more about what you like to do in your free time. So if you're not working, where can we find you?
So you can find me dancing.
Dancing.
I love dancing Latino songs or techno music too. And you can also find me taking care of 4 dogs and doing yoga. Yeah. 4
and
dogs.
you have a kid, right?
Right, and I have a 9-year-old boy. I almost forgot about him.
Well, 4 dogs. I could see how you might be a little distracted.
Yes, yes.
That's amazing. And by the way, guys, if you're watching and you know of a rad place to go dancing on the weekends that isn't like PB with a bunch of college students, hit us up because Anna wants to go dancing. I'm going to go with you.
Cool.
Awesome.
Let's go.
You also mentioned that you've been windsurfing since you were a kid.
Yeah.
That is so rad. The ocean scares the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. How did you learn to do that?
So I learned when I was 11 or 12, first started. My parents wanted us to get entertained at the beach, and they said, let's just get me and my brother a windsurf, and we both became super crazy about windsurfing, and then ever since I was 11, I've been windsurfing.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Do you get out on the bay or here in the ocean and do it?
Not in San Diego, but because my husband is born and raised in Hawaii and my in-laws live there, I have my windsurfing equipment in Hawaii.
Nice. Oh, fun. How often do you get to Hawaii?
I try to go once a year.
Do you have a favorite spot that you like always visit when you go there?
We just hit the beaches all the time. We go to the North Shore a lot. The waves are pretty big there.
Yeah. Do you surf?
A little bit, but I'm not that good.
Yeah. Or windsurf, whatever. Surf however you surf, girl, because the ocean scares me and I won't get out there like where I can't touch. So you're braver than I. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Anna.
You're welcome.
I want to come back to you, though, and just kind of wrap up and give like a little summary of what we discussed today. So if you're just tuning in, what is the takeaway for today? What's like the golden nugget that you'd like people to remember about yourself and your business?
So I just want everybody to remember that I have a legal background. I specialize in trust and probate sales. I like to take very good care of my clients, very good care, and that it can be fun too.
Yeah, no kidding.
It can be a lot of fun.
Doesn't have to be a stressful nightmare because you keep your clients throughout the process. They know exactly what's going on, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So again, you can find Anna Thomas. She's a realtor with the 258 Exceptional Estates at the258.com. Again, that's Anna Thomas at the258.com, powered by Big Block Realty. And this has been San Diego Market Movers, coming to you live from Smarter San Diego Studios. We're here bringing you the business of life in America's finest city. You know the drill. I'm going to ask you to go love everyone. And we're going to be back at 2 o'clock for our second round of San Diego Market Movers. So make sure you stick with us. We'll see you then.